Well, good day, guys. This is Brandon, Little NC Farmer, coming to you again today. And guys, we're out here. I want to try, this is kind of a last minute thing, but I want to try to bring this old corn planter out of retirement and see if I can possibly use it. This little spot over here, if you remember a few weeks back, we planted some cabbage out here. And me and my brother has littered that area with some chicken manure. And our plan is to plant that the rest of that spot with corn, sweet corn. I've had it there before and it's done great, provided that I can get this old girl right here to work. So let me get the camera swung around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not sure the exact model of this old planter. I've got some patching up I've got to do. Right now, I just want to get it hooked to the tractor and check it out, see if it's going to work okay. The ground's a little wet right now for planting anyhow. The fertilizer distributor, guys, goes right here. The hopper, everything, the chute, the whole 9 yards needs to be replaced. The bottom plate. You know, it's seen better days. That's the thing about this old stuff. If you don't get it washed out, cleaned out good, it will rust on you. But I did check it. Everything turns free. The plates are turning in here. I've just got to clean it out, blow it out good. And it actually goes on this right here. And if y'all saw me use this last week with the disc killers, this is what this cultivator back in the day, this is what we mounted it on. The only problem was, and I will have to take my overrunning clutch off, and I'm probably going to go ahead and take my drawbar hanger off as well, because I don't really need it right at the moment. The overrunning clutch I will need, but it's no problem to stick it back on. But I have to be careful right here of hitting that back end. And I don't know, I don't see a model number or anything on it. I know there's a number right here, but that bar did not come with this planter. This planter can have various different types of hitches to go right here. The 140 that y'all saw me use, we actually had a planter with it just like this one, but it had a 1-point hitch right here. It changed from here up, and to here you had this here with a 1-point mounted on it. Worked good, but the planter back here, for whatever reason, had some binding issues. I don't remember what was going on with that, but this planter I know still works, and I hope to bring it out of retirement and see what we can do with it. So, thought I'd bring y'all along for this adventure, guys. We'll just see what happens. Okay, guys, I wanted to show a little something about this. I went ahead and took my overrunning clutch off, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on there. And I think while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and take this bracket off. Now, Ford offered this. And if you're going to do a lot of towing, like hauling wood using a trailer, this setup, and I don't have my drawbar in here right now, but it runs underneath and it fastens onto the belly of the tractor. This is your best method. I'm not sure if this setup was actually original with the 8 ends. When the 600, like my dad's tractor, when they came out, they had this. Now this is an aftermarket, it is not the factory. The factory, and I'll show you his in a moment, or sometime another, it is made up much heavier than this welded together piece. His is actually put together with rivets. I mean, it is a solid made piece. But if you're not using this hanger and the drawbar, you have these that go right here, and you fasten your sway chains to it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to put these on, and I'm going to be using these for the time being anyway, because during cultivating season, this is really low down here, and you know it's going to hit your plants. So really it's better to run it like this during cultivating time, and there's really no problem to it. Now I say that I've got two little cotter pins right here. I got one here. Hope I'm not blocking the view. That I've got to remove, and I had some pliers here somewhere. Okay, lay those up there and then just pull that out like that. And then I got the same thing on this side. And when I mount my belt pulley up here to run the wood saw or whatever with, you got to take this thing off anyway. Okay. And it's pretty much standard on these old Ford tractors. 11/16 is the size. Gotta love an air wrench. Of course, now they've got these battery pack. I don't remember that being longer like that. I guess it is, though. Oops, I took the wrong bolt out, guys. Don't do what I just done. That's the one for the power takeoff sleeve. Put that back. Now we got the right one. Yeah, I could take that loose, get it out of my way, but I'm just going to put it right back on. All right. And you want your hole there, it's offset on here. You want that to be up toward the top, just like it is on this hanger. And it's got a bevel to it where it's beveled out. You want it beveled out. Okay. And then these just go right back in here just like they come out. But that gets everything out of the way for the corn planter, the layoff plow on it. So hopefully I can get everything to match up right. Don't knock the camera down. Things there's about had it. They'll get by. All right. Let's get on with something else. Okay guys, I forgot to put those sway bars on and it moved with me, so apologize for that. Let me grab my bolts and we'll see if we can get it lined up and get it on here. Let's see, these need to, they'll go back here. These go up here. I'll drop them all over the place. I need a hammer. There's one. Flat washer and a lock washer. I'm not going to tighten everything down just yet because I want to make sure I get this thing kind of halfway square. Guys, I want to say something about this thing. The problem I've had with it in the past is years ago, I had an uncle. And guys, he could not use anything, bless his heart, but what he wasn't 3 sheets in the wind. And if y'all don't know what that means drunk, intoxicated. And he would never use anything what he wasn't tearing up something on it. And so anyway, that's where that goes. That thing is supposed to float. Find my bolts now. One. There we go. All right, guys. Don't know how well that's showing up. I know that light's probably affecting that some. but it don't look half bad. To be honest with you, that's the best I've ever had that thing to go on. And I'm going to tell you a little something that I'd learned just now, and I'll show you. When I put this thing on, you know, I put all the bolts in first, but I tightened these up right here first and made sure everything is pretty much square, straight, and center, looking at it through the tractor. Don't try to mount one of these things and it not be hooked to your tractor, because there's really no good way of judging it. I think that's mistakes that I've made in the past too. But then after I got that straight, I tightened the front bolts up on it, and I'm happy with it. Now we'll see if it's going to work. I'm going to blow it out good. I'm going to just take it out here. I've got a few English peas left. I thought maybe I'd go ahead and try putting those in it. It really won't put the English peas thick enough, but I'm going to try it anyway. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put some in both sides of this hopper, and we'll see what happens. But before I do that, I'm going to blow it out. Guys, I just happened to see something right here. If you have one of these planters, this is something you never want to go backwards with one. But I just saw that. I'll have to blow that out. But if you go backwards and you pack dirt up in this place right here, your seeds won't come out. Ask me how I know that. All right, guys, well, I'll see what happens here. Let's walk down at the very end of this road for just 1 second. There's something I wanted to look at. Okay, you can kindly see roughly, I don't know how well you can see it. I've got one there, one there, one there. They're probably, because my experience with these English peas, they like to be thick. And so they're probably not going to be thick enough, but anyway, they're in the ground. We'll see what happens. But we brought the old girl out of retirement, and this ground is just sticky wet, guys. We just had the rain, you know, the day after that y'all saw the last video, we got another rain. I don't know how much they got here at my house. I didn't get but like, I think it's 3/4 of an inch. I can see I've got a little leveling issue I'm gonna have to deal with. It's not quite plowing this track out on this side, so I'll have to deal with that. But I'm gonna throw the other cultivator on, and I want to plow that cabbage. You can see there, guys, it's looking real good. We lost a few, but overall I'm real tickled with that, how it's looking. So, but yeah, all of this out here, me and my brother, we want to plant this right here with sweet corn. And the field that's way down there, one of them I done the disking in with my tractor. I want to put maybe a couple rows of field corn in there, so provided we can get around to it. Well guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day, and I hope you learned something from this. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you know anything, any information about that old planter, a model number or anything, or where I know Bert's tractor has some parts, but I do know it's a cold corn planter, double hopper. And if you have any information or can help me out with that, guys, I'd certainly appreciate it. And anyway, we'll talk to you the next time. And until then, thank you from Little NC Farmer.